Good evening, and welcome on behalf of the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated of the Zeta Amicae of Carbondale, Illinois. We are so glad you have joined us this evening for the Grow with Google webinar to learn the basics of Google Doc. We look forward to providing more free training in the future as they become available. Thank you to Liz of the Carbondale Public Library for co-hosting this event. And a very special thank you and for helping us to get the word out. And thank you to our trainer, Friend Rideout, who will be leading us this evening with this training. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Amicae Robinson. I greatly appreciate this honor. So I will start by introducing myself. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tia Rideout, and I'm a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Alpha Alpha Omicron Zeta chapter in Northeast Philadelphia and Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I am so excited that you are here to join us today. I will talk a few ways for you to get your Google Drive neat and organized. This workshop is divided into modules. During each module, we'll demonstrate each step of keeping your Google Drive neat and organized. And then at the end of each module, we'll have a chance to practice on your computer and or your phone. Also, please post and share using the hashtag Grow with Google, and we'll get started. Also, if you have any questions at any time, please feel free to place them in the chat or you can raise your hand. Also, if you see with the QR code, if you have any questions, that's my QR code to save me as a contact. So I'm welcome and open to answer any questions that you may have. So let's get started. All right, so what is Google Drive? Google Drive is an online location where you can safely store digital files that you can create, share, use, and download. And it's free when you have a Google account. So let's talk a few moments before how we used to store documents. So before computers, we had important papers that we'll keep in a safe, like your resume, your birth certificate, your social security card, and then we'll put them in a filing cabinet, and then you would label all of your documents in a filing cabinet. Next, when the computers came, we put everything on the file. So you either use a floppy disk or a CD-ROM, but we had a lot of things going on once we had computers. Then after the computers, we started getting those USB thumb drives, which are still sometimes very important. And we would use everything with a smaller compartment that you can store all your same items on. And now we have moved on to cloud storage. So this is the drive. So with Google Drive, that means you have a secure way of using all of your documents and having access to them on your phone and or your computer. So anytime all you need to do is just know your password into your Google account and you can get what you need off of the cloud. With your free Google account, you get 15 gigabytes of free storage. That's all safe and secure. So you can access everything that you need from your Google Drive at home. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, everyone, is we're going to sign into our Google accounts. So if you have a computer in front of you, please open another a tab so you can see what's going on and we can play together. Also, if you have a phone, make sure you have downloaded the Google Drive in your phone and you can open that up. So to begin, we must make sure you sign into your account. So if you're like me, you will have so many email addresses. So my job is I always try to keep a different picture with my account so I know which account I'm going into. So that's in the top right-hand corner. If you don't have a Google account, this is where you can sign up and get a Google account so you can have Google Drive. But for this purposes tonight, I'm going to assume that we all have a Google account. So in order to do that, you will sign into your Google, as you would see here, type in your password, and then we will move forward. So next, when you open your drive, how do you get to your drive? So when you see your icon on the top here, I want everyone to go, if you're on a computer, to the waffle. It looks like the old school waffles that we used to have, not the Eggos, but you will always click there on the top right-hand corner, and then you would see drive. So your drive is the triangular icon that you see here, and then you would just click on it. Once you have clicked on that drive, you will open your Google Drive. All right. So if you see here, this opens your Google Drive. So if you have any folders or any documents on your drive, you should see them there. All right. So I'm going to give you some time that you are able to see that. Now, if you are on a phone, ladies and gentlemen, walk through me if you have your phone in front of you. You will go into your Google Drive icon. Now, with my phone, I have Face ID, so I don't have to keep typing in my passwords. And then you should see everything on your phone. I have an iPhone. So at the bottom of my drive, you will see your home button. You will see start, which we will talk about later in our presentation so you can understand what your start documents are shared. We will also talk about this later. These are documents that individuals have shared with you. So documents that you did not begin, but someone gave you access to. And then you also have files on the bottom. Now, if you go on the top, if you're using your phone, if you click the 3 lines, you should also see your recent, your offline documents, spam, trash, settings, help and feedback, and your storage. So as I said earlier, you have 15 gigabytes of storage. So that will tell you where you are with your storage. Please note, I would say cameras, pictures and videos take up most of the space. So sometimes after you have them, and if you really don't need it anymore, it's best to get rid of them or place them somewhere else so they won't be on your drive. Okay. Are there any questions so far of opening up your drive? Okay. So let's get access to it. So what I'm going to do is actually, I am going to show a live screen. Can you see this live screen, ladies and gentlemen? All right, as you can see, I have a lot of accounts, right? So that's why I have all those different pictures. So I'm going to go to my Zeta email. We're going to click on this waffle here. We will scroll all the way down to the drive, and voila, I got all this stuff going on here. Okay. So this is your home button, and usually it's most likely the items that you have used. Now you can organize it from the name, the location, who owns it, and where is it. Then you will see your drive here, and I have all of my folders, and I will show you guys where everything is. And then also, if you sync things from your phone to your computer, as mine stated, it will say automatically sync. All right, so in your phone, as you can see, some of these things were on the bottom and then some of these were on the top. But I just wanted to make sure we were all there. All right, so hold on. Moving forward. All right. So now we're going to open a Google Drive, and it should look like this. And now you should see a blank drive where you can drag any files or folders into your drive. So we're going to get a quick tour. So if you created anything such as a Google Sheet or a doc, they will be stored here. So your drive will include any documents, which is Google Sheets, docs. They have a drawing. They also have project. If you have that, everything will be under your drive. Other things such as Google Classroom or that will be held separately and that would not be in your drive. So when you have your files, everything will be under a file. And then at the top here, you will see that it is new. So they will tell you can create a new document. If you have a document that was on your computer and you wanted to upload, you can put that into your drive. Or if you wanted to create a new folder that we will discuss, you can also put that in the drive. If you are using Macs are a little bit easier because you have the drag function. However, if you are using a PC, you can't drag, so you will usually have to upload. All right. So are there any questions about how to get to your drive? All right. So now moving forward, we are going to create a document. All right. So we are going to create a Google Doc, and then we will continue to use this document to make sure you know how to keep your drive neat and organized. All right. So I'm going to just do a lot of talking and then we're going to just do it together when I open up my next tab. So you might use Google Docs for anything that's a text-based. It's much cheaper now to use Google Docs as opposed to, buying Microsoft Office because that's costly. But with Google Docs, you're able to do that and transfer and very easily. So when we create that Google Doc, we are going to go into that new button on your drive, and then you will scroll down and it will see Google Docs, and that's a blue icon. So once you can pick that, then it will open a new blank document for you. As you can see there, you open the blue document and then voila. All right. So you should be here with your doc. Okay. So let me try this myself. So we're going back in here. All right. So I'm in my drive. We have clicked on that new. And now you can see if you want a doc, a sheet, a slide, and a form. So we're going to click a Google Doc. And as you see, it is open. All right. So now, moving forward, in the top left-hand corner, you are going to name your doc. All right. I want you to name your doc whatever you like. I'm going to call this new. This is a new doc. Okay. And then, as you can see with Drive, it is automatic. So anything that you write from and put in moving forward will be saved in your Drive. Okay. Now, for those of you who are working on a phone, okay, you should see a big plus sign on the bottom of your Google Doc. So you will press that and then it should come up. It will say upload file, scan document, take a photo, create a folder, Google Doc, sheet, slides. So you would just click Google Doc and they will tell you to name it first. So I'm going to keep it, new. I might have to put in new too because it's going to sync with what's on my computer as well. And then you will just create, and then you have a new document on your phone. Okay. Are there any questions with that? Are we all ready to go? All right. So In the Google Doc, everyone, I want you to just write a sentence. It can be any word you want, a random sentence, a note, but anything you want to write, you can do that. And as I said before, everything will be saved automatically, so you don't have to do that. All right? So let's try it. You're going to create, title, and type something in the doc. Okay? So if I go back here to my form, let's just say I don't want to name it. It's, how to use Google Docs. So I want everyone to just type something in there. Now, if you wanted not to name this new note, right? Usually the first, if it's untitled, but you already have something, all you have to do is click it. And as you can see, it will name it. So if you title documents, this is the best way so you can name everything. You will lose stuff in the drive, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not title it. You must name your documents. It is totally a must. And I will also show you other ways that you can find those documents sooner in the drive. But I really want you guys to move forward and always naming your docs so you know where they are. Okay? So we've all tried it. We typed some words in the doc. Okay? So now, I just want to make sure, is everyone okay? Are there any questions? I don't have any questions in the chat so far. Oh, thank you. I'm getting some thing. Yes, thanks. Give me the thumbs up, guys, because I can't see you. So it's much easier to make sure you guys are okay. All right, so now we're going to create a folder. Our job now is to make sure we have a lot of documents, right? But we got to put them in folders so we know where they go. So this is what we're going to do. As we stated before, you're going to go back into your drive and you're going to click new at the top left-hand corner. And then you will scroll down and you will select new folder. So with the folder, they will tell you to name that folder, and then you would just click create. Okay? So that's how, I'm just going to keep going through the slides. You go in the top, new, then you click folder. They gave you the name, and now a folder should come up and you will say create. Okay? So we're now going to try it. All right? So I'm going to go, this was the doc that I used, but we're going to learn how to put this doc. All right, where did I go for that? So let's go back into your drive, okay? So follow after me. We're going to the top left-hand corner. We're going to click new. And as you can see, it says new folder, file upload, folder upload. We're going to do new folder, okay? And now it's telling me to name the folder, and we're going to put new, right? I will get there. We're going to talk about how to create the folder on your phone. And now I have, it goes back to my drive and then new news there. All right. So for my phone people, okay. We're going back into the drive. All right. So you might got to go back a few steps. And then you see in the bottom right-hand corner, we're going to have that big plus sign, right? Oh no, they got me in words. Hold on. We got to go back into the drive. All right. So go back into your drive app on your phone. And then at the bottom right-hand corner, you should see the big plus sign. It's like a rainbow plus sign. And it should tell you create folder. You're going to click create folder, and it's going to tell you to name your folder. So I'm going to name this new folder too. Now watch what's going to happen. I want y'all to watch the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Did you see that? Do you see how I got a new and a new too? It's because my phone, I am on the same email account on my phone as I'm on my computer, y'all. So as soon as I make a new folder and a new folder too on my phone, it's all coming up together. So that's how Google Docs is that great. So now you have access to it that quickly. All right. Did that work out for you, Robin? Robin and Anita, were you able to get that on the phone?
I can't, this is Kate. I cannot find a place where it says folder on my phone, but I'm on,
Are you on the Drive app?
yes.
You
And
don't
I hit the plus, but it gives me choose a template or new document.
okay, because you're in the doc document. Go out and get to the Drive document.
Okay.
Because remember we made that document so they kept you in the doc. So they kind of opened another application for you. Okay. So Miss Anita, go back into your tabs. You on a Chromebook. So we were actually on the dock. I need you to find the tab that has the triangle. That's the Drive, Miss Anita. Kate, did you find it?
I'm having trouble getting back. When I hit the back button, it takes me,
Okay,
because
so
I had to download Google Docs, so it takes me back to that.
all right, that's fine. Do you go back into the Drive and you see something that looks like this on your phone, like you see the top with your picture?
It says Google Docs.
Okay, so you're out. So
Hey,
I want you to go back to your home page, Miss Kate. Go to the home page on your phone.
I will figure it out. You can continue with others.
Okay, and I'll stay on if you need me. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So moving forward. All right. So we named the folder. We called it new.
Found it.
There you go. So go and you see the plus sign, Miss Kate. Just add a folder. All
I've
right.
got it.
All right. So everybody has their new folder and the document that you wrote, right? So now our goal is we are going to have to move that new document that we created and we're going to have to put it in a folder. All right. So let's look at the screen and I'm going to talk through this part and then I will do it real time and then we'll do it on the phone as well. Okay. So you go into your docs, right? You move the file. We want to move where it is. So you're going to find the doc that you created. You got to remember the name for it, right? And then we are going to show you how to move it into your new folder. And it's just a simple drag. Okay. I will also show you how to do it manually. All right. So let's go back, everyone. You see, this is the doc that I had, right? How to use Google Docs. So I am now going to go back to my drive. So, because when you're on the computer, your drives and your documents, they'll just start opening a whole bunch of tabs for you. Okay. So I'm going to another tab and you see, this is my entire drive, y'all. I know it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. And you see, as you can tell, I got too much stuff going on, right? So in order to do that, I usually go to last modified, right? So if I click this right here, if it's last modified by me, they put the folders first. Hold on. Let's try to change it. Last open by me. Nope, that's not going to work either. But it's okay. I'm going to show you how we're going to make it happen. So I'm going to go back to the name part. All right. So the name of the folder that I just created, both of them was new and new 2, right? But I realized all my documents are underneath my folders. And the folders that I created, it was what? How to use Google Drive, right? So I'm going to scroll all the way down, get to my H's. I'm in my C's and my D's, E's, F's, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so yes, you probably like, how y'all gonna teach somebody something? Don't worry, I'm gonna have to clean this up, y'all. All right. So you could see my how to use Google Docs. I have it, and now I'm moving it up. Moving on up like the Jeffersons. Okay. I'm holding it up. I'm holding it up. I'm holding it up. I'm holding it up. I gotta get through all these people. Because I gotta get up to my, there we go. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm almost there, y'all. All right. So you see the new, right? And you see I'm moving this into new. Bam. So now to double check if that document is in the folder, I'm just going to click on new, and now it says how to use Google Docs. Now I'm going to go back to my drive because I'm going to show you how to do it another way, but I'm going to just use a simple document. Okay. So I guess I'm an ArcNet advisor. So what you can do on your computer, you come all the way over here to the 3 dots. You're going to click on the 3 dots, and the 3 dots tell you organize. So the organize will tell you to move it. So we want to move it, right? So I can actually move it in my new folder. Bam. So if to me, double check new, that's where that document is. Okay. Now, everyone, my phone users, we are going back into the drive. You are going to find a document that you need. You click on those 3 buttons. You keep scrolling down because they have a lot more things. You click to the move, and then you'll click on your drive destination, and then you can pick the folder that you need to move the document to. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to get there. Is everybody okay? Does anybody need help? All right. So now we're going to create some structure to your drive. It is truly up to you. You can create as many folders and fit other folders inside of folders. So you got to think about it's like a chest of your drawers. If you have drawers with your socks, you got a sock drawer, you got an underwear drawer, you got a t-shirt drawer, you got a pants drawer. You have all different types of drawers, right? So Google Drive works the same way. You can decide where you want to put everything, and now it's also up to you to structure it the way you want to do. All right. So one way you can do this is have 3 folders where you can put stuff. You might want to have one for work, one for your personal life, and then one for the family business. So you can do that, right? So in order to make your 3 folders, we've already did that. You go to new, you create your folder, and then you would name your folder. Okay, if that's what you want to do. But I know sometimes in life, especially if you got a lot going on with a lot of other things, sometimes you might just need to just get a new email address. That's how you can see all my stuff is an email address. So then that's another way for also for you to, use as much storage as possible. but that's how you can create 2 or 3 folders. All right. And then a next thing that I'm going to show you how to do is how to add color to it. Okay. So we're going to add color to the photos so it can stand out. The same way you might have colors for your calendar at home or in your phone. Like, for example, I know my Zeta stuff is blue, my work stuff is green because I got to get money. Then my daughter is purple. So I have different colors based on my life. You could do the same thing with your Google Drive. All right. So let's talk about how we're going to add color to our folders. All right. So the first thing we will do, we will go to our folder. We're going to create a new folder. And then you can go to change color, or you might do a right click, and then they have an option of colors that you can use. No, there is no limit of folders you can create, Tangela. You can create as many folders as you want, baby. So you can change it, and then they picked red. That's not my favorite color, but you will change the color, and then you will see that it works. All right. So let's try it. So we're back now in my new folders, right? So we're going to go back into my drive. So I got a March of Dimes folder, right? So I can go here. You go to your 3 dots, organize it. They give you a color. March of Dimes, what's their color? Purple. I can't get to purple. Hold on, because I got some stuff going on. Hold on. Since I'm all right, bam. So look, March of Dimes, folders purple, right? You know, that can work. Also, if I go in my drive here, I also have so many things based on Zeta, right? I can make that purple too. I don't know if it's going to change because my screen is not big enough to do all of that. So I'm going to make it, change the color. I'll make it light blue. So I know for all my my Amicae, you get your light blue on, and for my swords you get the dark blue, right? And then also you can see sometimes within other stuff, they have folders within. Now, if you're looking at my screen, it's like, Tia, why is it a person in this? Because if you see people on your folders, that means it's a shared folder and other people have access to the folder. So that's what the drive looks like. All right. So let's go back to my phone people. Okay. So with my phone people, you're going to go back to the drive and you see your folders. You're going to click on your 3 dots and it will tell you change color, and then you can just change the color of your folder.
Hey, we got a question here at the library that I think a lot of other people might have. Yolanda, can you say that again?
So I have a folder with a person in it. I want to take those documents out of that folder and save them to another folder that other people don't have access to. Can I do that?
So do you want to make a copy for them to have it?
I want to make a copy of it, so if they go in and change those, I still have the original.
All right. So there are 2 ways that you can do that, and I will show you how to do that. You can either give them, do you want them to just see it, or you want them to play with it?
I want to have a copy that they don't have access to.
So do you want them to maneuver the documents that you have.
What does she mean?
Do you want people to be able to edit that document?
No.
No, oh, no.
You just want them to see it?
So, okay, so I'm a student, so some of my documents are shared. But you know, like when multiple people have access to something, if somebody goes in and accidentally deletes something, it's deleted. We don't have it anymore.
Oh,
So
so I'll show you two ways. Normally, what you want to do, you want to limit their access, and we'll get to that. You just give them view only access. So they can only view it. They can't move it, touch it, edit it, anything. Or if you wanted them to play with it, you can create a whole new copy of your original work and give them access. Or you could give them access to that work. Or the third thing is you can let them comment. So maybe like you're doing a document and you wanted to give it to your teacher, for example, and you like, teach, I want you to look at it. He can comment on what's going on without changing your stuff. So I will show you all of that. All right, so I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna put a pin in that. Don't I'm gonna show you how to do that because we will get to limiting access. All right. Now, we were talking about star folders. Earlier, I told you about what a star folder is. This is the document that you use all the time. It's one that you want to always go back to. It's one that's always people are using. So you just want to star it so then you can always see it. So I'm going to show you how to star your document, right? So you want to get your file, your new file. And then at the top, you'll see a blank star. But once you click on it, it's a star. And then when you go back to your drive, you will see a part that says start, and then you will see the list of, or you can add it to start, and then you will see it on your start items. So if I come back here to my drive, right, this is my crazy drive, my drive here. As you see on the left-hand side, so if I have my new document here, how to use Google Docs, I just started, right? So it's in blue, now it's start. But when I go back to the tab and go to my drive and I go to start, my how to use it. Okay, yeah, I got too much stuff stored, y'all, but yeah. As you can see, how to use Google Docs is stored. Because this is some of the stuff that I always got to go back to. And then you can always unstar it. Okay, so you don't always have to have it start all the time. Like, so for work, for example, we always have like a running document or a running agenda. And I just always star that because I know I use those documents all of the time. Okay. So that's the star piece early. So I want you guys to try that as well. You go into your docs. You click on a document, you can add it to start, and then you would just find it in the star category. You will also be able to find it as well. Now with my phone, folks, we go into a drive. You find, well, where's our document now? Our document is in our new folder. So we would click on a new document. We will find the document that we put in there, and you would just see, if you're in the document now, you will see the 3 dots, and then it will say star file. So it's kind of like you would just undo it or do it. It was just a slide over if you want to add the docs. Or if you have your list of documents, you would just go, and without opening the document, all you have to do is just go on your 3 dots and you can just say add to start. All right, next, to move your files and folders. This is real simple. They'll just tell you that you find your documents, you move them, and you could just drag everything in something. You just make sure you name all your documents and you put them in the correct folder and you can move them how you want to move them. All right. So here, if I go into my main drive, you see all of my my things. So I had pictures from my ARLC. So I realized that's in my chapter and I'm gonna just put these into this year, right? So now that's done. But if I open this up, now you see the pictures. Now also with Drive, if I wanted to take them out, I can always move them again. You can move the trash or you can move them somewhere else. You just got to go to organize and pull them out. So if I go to organize and I want to move it back out, I would just say, I want to just put it back to my drive. So now when I go back to my drive, those are two separate folders. So if you're using your phone, your main bet is just to use your 3 dots and it will tell you either to organize or where to move it. And then you have a choice of where you want to move your documents. Okay. Renaming a file or folder is very simple in Google Drive. You will just have to right click it, select rename. You rename it. It's renamed. Same thing. If we try it again, it will go. So let's show it how we would use it. So I have my document here. You could just also rename at the top. And I just want exclamation points. So now it's changed. It didn't move anywhere. It's there. You can also move documents here up at the top. And then here we'll just show the document status. So if I go back into my drive in my new folder, you can see that it has been renamed. Or you can use the 3 dots and rename it there. And now I changed the name. So you can, nothing touches the document. The document does not change. It's just the name that changes. All right, now we want to delete and restore. So luckily with Google Docs, you can delete stuff and restore stuff, okay? So if you don't need it anymore, you want to save some space, you can either just drag it over there to the trash, or you can delete it. Now, if you do the trash method, you got 30 days to say if you want it back or not. After 30 days, it's going to be permanent. Okay? Now, if you delete the folder, you're deleting everything and all the files inside. So for safekeeping, you might just want to put everything in the trash for a minute instead of just deleting it. Okay? Now, if you ever want to get your stuff back out the trash, all you have to do is click on the trash, click on the document, and it will say restore, or you can delete it forever. All right? So let's try it. You want to click on one of your folders, the new folder that we just created. You're going to slide it to the left of your screen, which is the trash, and then you'll throw it in the trash. After that, you can open the trash, you right click it, and then you can restore it, and it will restore back in the same place you had it originally. All right. So we go into my new folder. Let's see, we're going to go all the way back to the top, the drive. So I will go here to my new. We're going to put it in the trash. It's gone. But if I open my trash, use my 3 dots and then say restore. So it's gone. And now it's back. Okay? But if I say, they usually just say move the trash, and then they'll just take the 30 days to delete. Okay? You typically don't want to go straight to trash. Okay. So how do you put your docs on an external drive and you don't want it in, you want to save it? So we're going to go to our docs, right? You remember, you go to your new and you have your how to use docs. Okay. You would have to put it in file and you want to download it. You're going to download it to Word, right? You're going to have to then go into your documents and then go where your documents, wherever your computer is. I know on the, you got to go to where your downloads is. You pick the device, and then you would have to open, if you had a thumb drive or something, you would have to move it into the thumb drive. So you would have to drag your stuff in the thumb drive. I don't have a thumb drive, so I can't show you. And I don't think you guys can actually see this screen because it's all on. Everything is moved on my Chrome. But that's how you would do it. You would go everything from Google, you will go to download, you would say if you want to make it a Word, a PDF, you would get it, it will go into your computer, into your downloads. But sometimes it depends on what your computer download stuff. Sometimes it goes download, sometimes your downloads go on your screen. It depends on what your settings are on your computer of where to place it. Now phones are different too, because it also depends on your settings. But we can go through that too. All right, at the end. So if we have to, we did the delete and this restore. Okay. Now, if you want to search your drive, like I said, a lot of stuff is going on. I gotta clean my drive out, right? So all you have to do is search on the top here and search whatever you want to type in, and then all the things will come in. The same way if you have to send an email. If it's a person that shared something with you, you would also type in their email. All right. So that's how you would search for anything on your file. And that goes for the same thing if you're using your phone. If you are using the doc drive on your phone, it normally just says search and drive on the top, and you can just search whatever you want. Now, back to the question, how are we going to do file access? So the drive allows you to share stuff with your coworkers, your committee members, everything. But I know it's a person in the library and she said, I don't trust them. They going to jack up my drive. And I get it, baby. So we're going to show you the 3 ways that you can do without jacking up your original documents. Okay. So I'm just going to take it from here and I'm going to show you how you can do it naturally. All right. So we're going to come here into my drive, right? I got my new. Okay. Option 1. Your share button is always like a person with a plus, right? So this is very important, guys. So that means I'm the only person that have access. If I click restricted, I can say anybody with the link can view. So if anybody with the link can view, they just view. They could just see what I got, but they can't do anything with it. Okay? And then you would just copy the link. Or you could give them the role as a commenter. So that means they can only make comments. If they wanted to go over, some suggestions or ask questions, you could just put them in the comment. And then as you can see, it says access updated. Now, if they know what they're talking about, they're good, you adding stuff together, you're really collaborating on stuff, you would just give them editing access. But sometimes you don't want to do everybody with the link, right? You could just add people, right? Like, so this is my youth coordinator. So I can give her whatever access she wants. I can let her add stuff, I can let her comment, or I could just let her view stuff. Okay? So, for example, I'm going to give you a handout, and I made it so everybody can see it regardless. But if you only want particular people, you just want to, give them, you put their email addresses in. Okay? That's what you can do with the shared access. Or if you want to, right? Sometimes you can make a copy. So you can't make copies of folders, but you can make copies of documents. All right. So let me show you how to make a copy of your document. So when you see I changed it, how to use your Google Docs, you're going to go to File, and then you make a copy. So it is the same document, and then it just makes a copy, right? And you would just give that to them. So what you might have to do is copy all your documents and then make a new folder for them, and then you can share it with them. So you can either give them that access that, limiting what they do, or you can make an entire copy of all your documents and then put all the documents into the new folder for them to share. But the thing is, you're still going to always have to give them rights to those documents using email addresses, or you can do the blanket share. Okay. Now, moving on to my phone, people. You got your document or you got your folder, right? You're going to click on those 3 dots. The 3 dots show you everything. And then you say share. So you type in whatever emails you have with the person. They come up, but sometimes underneath it says editor. So you can change the status. I might just want her to view or comment or whatever. And then you can also add a message like, hey girl, hey Amicae, hey friend, I shared this document with you, and then you would just send it to them. So the person, when you have specific emails, the person will get an email stating, hey, Tia shared this with you. And then they have access. Okay. Or you can change all of the access in terms of managing access. It will see your face, and then you see everybody in them. And you can change it to anyone with the link, and then give them the status of viewing, commenting, or editor. And then you would just click on the link. Okay. So can everybody try it? I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds. It's 8 o'clock. I'm gonna try to get through this, but try to see if you have a friend and you can share a document with them, and then they will receive an email and they will get the document. Or if you're in the drive, if you listen up, if you go on your right, if you go on the left-hand side, it says share it with me. So as you can see, When it's shared with me, it's all the people that's not me. Everybody shared all this stuff with me. So that's how I know if it wasn't originally mine, it will go here, or sometimes you can search the person's email address, right? So my second vice president, she shared all these documents with me. Okay. So that's how you find documents that are shared with you. Okay. Let's just see where we go now. Hold on. All right. So we're there. We filed the access. I showed you how to use the share button. You will get the links. You type in the email addresses. You can change from editor, commenter, or viewer. You write your message. You send them email. You do send. Same thing with the folder. You share the folder, and you will do the same access with them. If you do a folder, that means everything in the folder they get to see. You can't give them half of the folder. All right. So if you're very specific, like they can have some of the folder, but not all the folder, you're going to have to do each additional document within that folder. But if you give them access to the folder, they can see everything. Okay. So what's next? All right. We went over the files and the folders that shared with you. You do the share with me. If you're on your phone, it will just say shared. All right. So we're coming up to the end of review. We got what the drive is, how to add files and folders, move the folders, find the folders, share the folders. That's a lot. So we have resources here for Google. This is your spiel that if you wanted to find additional stuff, you can go to Google Career Certificates. And so you can learn and grow your skills here. These are the few free career certificates that you can go on Google, which is data analytics, digital marketing, IT, cybersecurity, project management, UX design. And these are all great certificates that you can grow professionally. And then also we have the free on training. You could just go to google.com.grow. So now here is the last thing. You could talk about me on this screen here. So if you need me, you can use the QR code or in the chat. If you can fill out the evaluation, I would greatly appreciate it so I can see, they can give me feedback how I am as a trainer. I also put it in the chat. There it is. So that's the link. I put everything in the chat, guys. And now, thank you so much, Liz. So that's all I have for now. And then also, you have a handout. I'm going to give you that as well. So this is the copy of the handout you get. So you see the share on the top. You're going to see this live and in person, right? I gave everyone with a link and comment. So you just click here. I'm going to copy that link. And then here you are. That's your handout, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So that's what we have so far. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop sharing.
Thank you so much. That was fantastic.
Are there any questions? I think we can stop. I'm going to stop recording for now, but then we'll ask for any questions. All right. So I'm going to stop recording at this time. Thank you guys. And I want you to have a